Hi everyone, Jim here. Welcome to Mystery and Mayhem. Here it is July. Everybody's doing their Rocket July videos and their August videos, and I just can't quit June on the range. Every time I think I'm out, it pulls me back in. I just wanted to share with you a real quick mini book haul that I did. We went to a bookstore on Sunday. We took a little drive. We just wanted to take a day, and we stopped at a bookstore that I've been kind of going to for years. It's been around a long time, and they have a basement which is all paperbacks. A great science fiction section, mystery section, fantasy, and they have westerns. They have all kinds of just full of paperbacks. It's such an awesome store. It's called West Side Stories. It's in Hamilton. Yeah, I was looking at the westerns, and I grabbed a few Western books, and I wanted to share them with you here today. I started to read one already, even though it is Rocket July, and I should be reading my sci-fi books, but I did want to read the first story in this book. It's called Six Gun Duo by Ernest Haycox, and there's two stories in here. One is called The Killers, which is the one I'm reading now, and the other one is called The Gunslinger. Now, Ernest Haycox is just an excellent Western writer. I enjoy anything he writes. He gets the slang of the West down, and that's important for a Western writer to really get the feel of the characters, the feel of the time. Now, the two characters in The Killers, the first story that I'm reading in this Six Gun Duo, they're kind of reminiscent of Woodrow Call and Gus McCrae from Lonesome Dove. They're a couple of mature men who've been around, and they're men that you don't want to mess with. So there's a feud that's going on, and there's a family that wants to wipe out another family who are in this town called Cowcatcher or something like that, Cowpatch, and they get involved with them, and they have to protect this town. And I'm almost done it. I haven't really finished the story yet, but I'm really, really enjoying that, and I'm happy I got this book. I also got two of these Ace Double Western paperbacks, which are just very, you're familiar with the Ace science fiction double paperbacks. Well, these are the same thing, but with Westerns. So this is Panhandle Pistolero by Ray Hogan. And you flip it around, you've got The Marshal of Pioche, or Pioche, by Nelson Nye. And it's got the green and white spine, whereas the sci-fi books have the blue and white spine you're aware of. But yeah, and I've got this one called Rattlesnake Range by Tom West. Now, Tom West is one of the first Western authors I ever read way back in the day. The Lost Loot of Kitty Cat Ranch and The Phantom Pistolier. So I'm happy to read more of his stories. Now, you flip that one over. You've got the Top Gun from the Dakotas by Merle Constiner. And that's a pretty neat cover. And again, that's the green and white spine. Now, here's an author I'd never heard of before, and I'm not a real fan of photo covers, but this one kind of intrigued me. Blood at Sundown by Peter Brandvold, The Violent Days of Lou Prophet, Bounty Hunter. And I just read the premise for it, and it looked very, very interesting. And it's a thicker book, so, it'll be a bit of a read, but I'm going to check that out, and I'm going to see what I think of that. Yeah, so that's one I want to check out. These two are by a writer, and her name is Janice Holt Giles. And these are two Western novels, or one is called A Novel of the American Frontier, called Hannah Fowler. Now, as I said, I'd never heard of her before, but these are fairly big books. Devotees of Americana will be fascinated by Hannah Fowler. Another critic calls it a big story, an epic novel of pioneers carving a new life and a new land out of the wilderness. Highly recommended. And yeah, so I kind of had to pick pick these up. And the other one is The Six-Horse Hitch, again by Janice Holt Giles. A great novel of the West, exciting, vividly written, unforgettably brilliant. And I'm really looking forward to kind of getting into these. You know, just a good slice of history, I think, in these books. And look at that great cover. I mean, what a great cover that is. And this last one, last but not least, I wasn't leaving the store without this one, just for the cover alone. And this is called Wives and Widows. And this is number 5 in the Woman at War series. Now, it's just a very cool cover, wraparound cover. And this deals with Santa Anna's powerful and ravishing mistress clashes with the brave men of Texas and a restless young widow as the Mexican-American War unites the continent. And yeah, as I said, I wasn't leaving the store without that book. And I'd never heard of these before. That's written by Rebecca Drury. So I imagine it reads a lot like a romance novel, but it's set in the Old West, in the Mexican-American War. So there you go. I just wanted to share those with you real quick. And I think that'll be it for me for June on the Range. But I just want to do that little postscript to add to it. And my next video will probably deal with my Rocket Summer reads. So you guys take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Keep reading.